私は誰？なぜここにいるの？人生の意味は何でしょうか？ I began asking these questions at the young age of 7, searching for inspiration, meaning. Any solace in a desolate existence seemed too large a task for a child. And yet, what else could I do but search? I heard the term pilgrims in my 3rd grade history class, stories of a people searching for religious freedom and setting out on a journey to build a new life for themselves. But religious freedom was not the only reason for their journey. Craftsmen, tradesmen, servants, sympathizers, and contracted workers also made this journey to the New World. This was when I realized that I too was a pilgrim. I too wanted the freedom to live how I wanted to live. I too wanted to have the courage to board my Mayflower and brave the treacherous seas of uncertainty. But I was still a child in the eyes of my peers, biding my time and waiting to break free of the birdcage. At 9, I was introduced to my first Zen meditation session. The smell of the incense, the singing of the bowl, and the chanting playing on a cassette lulled me into a sublime state. Where did these practices come from, and why did I feel such comfort? Floating in the sea of uncertainty, I found calm. I craved the place where I could achieve such peace, that place called Japan. The more I learned about the country, the more fascinated I became. Buddhism, pilgrimage, Shinto, haiku, my incessant thoughts kept pulling me back to Japan. I needed to visit the place where pilgrimages were commonplace and still practiced. I learned that pilgrimages within Japan take on various forms, but originated as a Buddhist practice. Literal translations of pilgrimage include Junrei, Okagemaeri, or Henro no Tabi. Having emerged over 400 years ago, pilgrimages became most popular within the Tokugawa period. This fact is surprising due to the decline in popular Buddhism, but it also serves to demonstrate the value and importance of a pilgrimage. A pilgrimage is a type of religious journey, but its purpose is not singular. It often includes distributions of religious materials, like the Lotus Sutra, visits to specific religious temples or mountains, travels to poetic sites, and even quests for revenge. Some of the most famous pilgrimage traditions are in Kumano, Ise, Saikoku, and Shikoku, being known to draw people of all social classes and walks of life. One significant aspect of a pilgrimage lies in the sheer numbers of people who still actively engage in the practice. It is said that pilgrimage is the largest collective human enterprise on earth, in which some 300 million people worldwide are engaged each year. Christians, Muslims, and Buddhists alike participate every year, and while their purposes vary, Gensei Ryaku is a goal that has been universally shared. Gensei Ryaku, or these worldly benefits, are favors granted by some transcendental being or sacred power. These favors can include things like physical health, emotional well-being, knowledge, riches, power, and love, as well as a desire for vengeance, the dissolvement of relationships, and even death. Gensei Ryaku are different for the individual seeking them, and what benefits one could bring despair to another. The inspirations, experiences, and illuminations gained on these pilgrimages were often recorded in the form of poetry. While haiku was the most favored form, there are countless variations of poetry that are composed. These poems contain brief glimpses into the overwhelming joy and contentment felt by the pilgrims. In many cases, these poems were jisei, or death poems, living on as the last words of a traveler. If life is a journey, and every day is unknown, then every poem written could be a jisei. Time passed and my body and mind grew, along with the experiences I accumulated. Joy and laughter mixed with memories of fear and anguish, memories that morphed my original purpose into something a little more twisted, a little more human. I was reminded of the equal opportunity afforded to pilgrims, that everyone is welcome, that no way is wrong or right. My pilgrimage is not so grand as those who visited the 33 holy places of Kannon, nor is it as dedicated as the millions who traverse the 88 temples in Shikoku. There are people who have committed their life to living on a pilgrimage route, while others incorporated it into their free time or working lives. I could use my own 2 legs, my bike, my car, and adapt it to my own journey. I could dedicate myself to the same route over and over, or I could traverse the world and never repeat the same route twice. I want the simplicity and contentment that I see within the poetry of a pilgrim. In the haiku by Kuroda Kyoko, Aote betsururu kohenro no kokorozashi, the heart of a small childlike pilgrim becomes separated on the journey. However, this is not heartbreaking separation. It is kokorozashi, resolve, aspiration, and hope with intention. What had started as a child's curiosity has become a driving force. My age grows with the number of questions I uncover, though I have yet to find answers to many of them. I may be, as Hara-san says, a pilgrim until I die, even in death succumbing to the unknown. But I think that, until I disappear, that might be part of my pilgrimage too. And for now, that's okay.